What is going on, fellow packbusters? It's Adam, soon to be joined by my guest, Mr. Tim Weaver, who you've probably seen around. He stepped outside for a moment, but we are here today with a very new thing to the channel. But Tim went and picked up some Zendikar Rising booster boxes from Anime Games yesterday. Went to the pre-release tournament. Played in the pre-release tournament, and then, picked up some booster boxes. We were hoping to have a couple more, but not this time around. But he's back, and we're going to get into these. So they do not release until next week. But, we are going to get into these. Should be fun. I haven't seen any. Those of you that have been watching our Magic the Gathering stuff know that I have only opened up some Ikoria. So we're going to get into these. Supposed to be super hot set. Allocations were all over the board, much like those of you Pokemon fans that got absolutely hosed on Champions Path and whatnot. But this is Tim Weaver.
Hi, guys.
He's the magic guy. He's the guy that makes the magic happen. And then he's got two kids that play a lot of, I guess one of them plays a lot of Magic with you now.
Yeah, Chase has started playing a lot of Magic.
But got into Pokemon. We met them at Anime Games, playing Pokemon with their kids, and we hang out. They did an awesome taco birthday at their house for Bailey, which was quite interesting and quite fun. So we had a good time with that. But I'm not going to stall any longer. I was kind of stalling for him, but if you want to rip into these, and
we went and did a pre-release last night, and Chase actually went 3-2, and I went 3-2. He took 12th out of 28 people, and I took 6 out of 28 people. So it was a pretty good night. He had to pull out a knife. I didn't have a way of opening it.
We're struggling. What's up, Tom, Gyarados Freak? So, pretty much as soon as this is over with, actually, probably not. We're not going to be that long today, but we have a Krispy Kreme donut challenge that we did with Gyarados Freak with Pokemon cards, and so we've got the box topper, which we're going to hold till the end of this box. So at the end of each box, we'll open the box topper,
and then it comes with 36 packs. So
15 cards, right?
Yeah, 15 cards.
Cool. What up, Jordan? How you doing? This isn't Pokemon. I know you're a Pokemon guy, but we're going to open some Magic Live today because we're just trying to change things up and keep things interesting. But let's get ripping into these, and then if Tim, you want to talk about like what we're looking like, what the big cards are, and what we're looking for.
So there's some hot cards in the set. A card that's a reprint that's Lotus Cobra. Was really hot in the original Zendikar set, and it came out. It got reprinted in this one, which is the Zendikar Rising.
So I watched somebody else open these. The lands in this set are ridiculous.
Yes, these are the full art lands. They came out originally with the Zendikar set as well, and then they've been reprinted as full art lands in this set. And
did you put the rares to the front?
No, the rare's always in the front on the new packs.
Oh, so I saw somebody else open them yesterday that it wasn't that way. Theirs were in the back like the Ikoria ones were.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the rare, and then it should be two uncommons.
Okay.
And then it should, or 3 uncommons.
Okay.
And then it should be, the rest should be commons.
Okay.
And then there might be, instead of a token, there might be a foil something. Because sometimes they do a foil as the placeholder for that. The other cards that are really hot in this set are the sorcery lands. They're called Bolt lands. They're mythic rares, and so that's one of the.
Okay, so this is one of the ones. Let's do this. I'm gonna throw. There's one.
So
here we go. Something like that.
Sure.
So this is one of the new ones, right?
Yeah, so those flip. So that's the uncommon version. So creatures get a +2/+2, and then they flip to become a land that comes into play tapped. The Bolt lands, the mythic rare one, comes in untapped if you pay 3 life, which there's one for each color. They're expensive sorceries. However, they're a late game possibility, and they're a land that can be really cool. And the artwork's actually really good on these. And then there's these new tokens that he's just showed there. That token is, you can handwrite on there what the flip card is, so you can put that in your sleeve and then have the flip card over to the side in a clear sleeve so you can show both. So Soul Shatter, that's a decent one.
Do you want these organized in any way as we're doing this, or not really?
Just rares off to the side is fine, I guess.
I did that already. No, I just jacked that one up. I'll just put the rares and the foils off to the side, and we'll just pile everything else up. So.
And then,
oh, goodness. We're sitting here talking about stuff, and I didn't put it over because we were too busy talking. Here, I'll go through these real quick as Tim's talking.
And so some other cards, there's an Omnath in this set that's a 4-color Omnath, which he draws you a card when he enters the battlefield, and then every time you play a land, he gets bigger and bigger and better and better. So there's some really cool things that happen with him. And then there's see some other cards that are in this set that are really good. There's several removal spells actually, which are really good. Those removal spells can are pretty cheap. There's some pretty cheap good removal in the deck, which are in the packs.
So we've got the uncommon Allied Assault. See this? Did you flip these when you opened it?
Yeah, I flipped them for you.
I was like, hold on a second. All right, hopefully you guys can see the cards now. That was my bad. I think it's pretty cool looking. Some crazy alligator looking thing. Pokey, can you see it now? I can on the screen, but I don't know if you can. So I'm sorry about that, guys. What's that? I think we're back up and running the right way. All right, Cliffhaven Sellsword. That one's pretty sweet.
So that's the full art version. So just like in Pokemon, there are full art cards, and they kind of extend the art to go over the entire words and everything.
Well, you can see the cards now. All right.
That's just
just the filler.
Yeah.
And then we got the lands look awesome now, and then we've got Maul of the Skyclaves. All right, cool. Oh no, there we go. There we go. All right, so here's another one of those uncommons. This one is I think that's the thing that says that it's a flip, right? So it's a land on one side, and then it's an instant on the other. That one's pretty cool.
So the cool thing to this set is that you can actually build your entire deck with no lands if you really wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And which normally the big problem that you have in Magic is very similar to Pokemon. If you don't get energy, you can't do anything at all. And if you have no way to go get energy, then you're screwed. Well, the same thing in Pokemon or in Magic. If
that's pretty cool.
You have no lands, you can't play anything, and therefore you're just sitting there watching the people play.
Here we go. Pressure Point is the common, and then Myriad Construct. Oh man, that's so cool.
So that construct. So there's a new mechanic in this one is called Party, and parties. If you have a wizard, a rogue, a warrior, and a wizard, rogue, and a cleric. Wizard, rogue, warrior, and cleric. So like Magic the or like D&D, if you have your party full, you get all kinds of cool abilities. And so there's several of these that are cool abilities that are going to be coming out. There's also, he's been flipping through, there's been some landfall, like what's on this card. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, something happens. So this guy gets +1/+1 counter, so he gets bigger.
That's cool.
Whew. And then there's
That's a sweet looking token.
Yep. So the tokens are really cool looking. I've actually always been impressed.
Aura Skyclave Hierophant. It's kind of cool.
And there's quite a bit of clerics, wizards, warriors, and rogues in this set because of the party mechanic.
That's cool. All right, learn something new every day. What is going on, Plasma VSR? Sorry, guys, for the slip up on the the cards in the beginning. My bad. I'm still like reeling from the whole donut thing. That one's pretty sweet too.
Yeah, that's a full art landfall card, which is really neat.
Whenever a land enters, you gain a life. All right, so here's that new token, the island, and then all right, it's a wizard.
And then they also have kick spells, and kick spells are pretty cool in this set. So some spells have. Let's see if I see a quick kick spell. I've seen one that you were opened earlier. Here, like this guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to show it on camera.
Okay.
So the kicker, it costs 3 to bring out normally, but if you pay the kicker cost, a whole lot more occurs. So he's just a neat little mechanic that gives late game what you can do with your mana. Because normally what happens is you play this really cool card that only costs 1 mana to play, but then in late game he's useless because he's a 1/1 for 1 that just dies to everything.
Well, I like these. I just like these flip cards. They're pretty cool.
With the new kicker mechanic, you can spend 5 mana to cast that 1 mana Kai, and now he's a 5/5 that doesn't just die to everything and can potentially make a really cool effect for your board.
The artwork is crazy. Look at that! That's so awesome. I want to see that in a hollow.
Full art squid.
There is the token, the land. Oh! All right.
Got a
hollow or a foil, and then we've got
so that's another kicker.
Skyrider. That's kind of cool. X can't be 0. All right, so we got that one all sleeved up. So what is this going to do with the meta now? Because it was like 1 or 2 decks, right?
So this set actually caused the entire meta to change because this is also a rotation set. So we used to have what was called pain lands, and pain lands were the you pay 2 life, they come into play untapped, and we had 1 for each color set, so there was 10 of them. Because those all went out, we had to get new lands. New lands, we haven't seen any yet, but there's some rare lands that are flip lands. They can be blue on one side or red on the other, or they'll be white on one side, green on the other. So when they're in your hand, you're seeing just as a white land, and when you flip it over, you can make it either color as you play it. So you get to choose the color as you play it, which is kind of a neat little thing.
That's cool.
That guy, I think, is going to be really good in meta.
This one right there, that fielder?
That Feldinar Retreat.
Mm-hmm.
The green-white tokens deck is going to be really cool, I think, with that card. That's another one of the flip lands.
They just look ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry, but the art. I mean, I really only opened Ikoria because I wanted to try and find Godzilla, but these things are. The artwork is just absolutely gorgeous.
But yeah, the whole meta is massively changing. Rogues deck is really good. The Dimir Rogues. Teamer, if Teamer is blue, red, green. Dimir is black, blue. So when I say Dimir, I'm saying black, blue. Another full art.
That's a pretty cool ability though on the landfall.
Yep.
I like that.
That's a good card.
Huh. I can remember that.
So
Kaza.
It's a cool card.
It is a cool card. I don't know why I keep doing that. Right.
Yeah, as I've told Adam before,
Hi, Dad. Love it.
As I told Adam before, I don't collect Magic necessarily for the monetary value, so I usually don't know the value of the cards as I'm going through these. I only know the playability of them.
That's why I asked you that, because I don't even know the monetary value of these either. I didn't look them up before we started, and I think it's actually 2 new. I actually, what is it? Scipio is another PokeTuber who does a lot of Magic. He used to play a lot too, if I can remember correctly. But he said that a lot of the set is already tanked because there's so much of it out there. Relic Golem Hollow, and then Shatter Skull Charger. But he said a lot of the pricing went down from where it initially was. What's going on, Ethan Weaver? It seems like you get like one of these in almost every single pack, but
yeah, there's quite a few of the flip lands. So they made it
so more people had access to them to play it. Yeah.
They were trying to make it because there was a ton of lands that fell out for this set. So you didn't have to run a ton of basics. They made it where there's a ton of these flip land.
Weak bubble snare. I'm sorry, I just like the cool looking pictures. I'm gonna figure it out one of these days. Do you have the booster box? You can probably put these in there.
Sure.
I've
been using my trash can.
You can just throw it on the floor. Spoils of Adventure. All right. Paired Tactician.
One of the new decks for the set is also there's a blue-white control that is a landless blue-white control, so there's not a single land in the deck. Every one of the spells can be flipped over to be a land, so they don't run anything. They don't run any cards that are lands, which makes it really interesting because then you just always are drawing. You're always drawing action.
And Skyclave Relic. That's pretty cool though that you can actually run a deck without like standard lands, right? You still have lands in the deck because they're the flip ones, but are those limited to 4 per?
So you can only run 4 of each card. Basic lands you can run just like basic energy.
Right. As much as you want.
Oh, this one's got
This one's got something cool.
This one has something. I'll just move it right on back and.
It's like flaming Gallimimus from Jurassic Park.
But yeah, you can make your entire deck with no lands.
That was 3 in a row with the hollow. What's that? It's a big old woolly mammoth.
And like I said, the landfall trigger is really strong, and there's quite a few cards that put in extra lands. So they also put in a new enchantment that has flash that when it comes into play, every one of your lands if you got 2 lands per turn or more coming into the battlefield, they all return back to your hand when you play them. So to stop people from ramping like crazy, because there's a ton of ramp in this set.
Mm-hmm.
However, with landfall, you still get all the landfall triggers, and because it goes on the stack, you can still tap the land, and then it bounces back to your hand, so you still get to create the mana for it. So that's one of the flip lands.
This is one of the good. Oh, that's what you're talking. Okay,
so it's white on one side, and black on the other.
Look at that!
And it comes into play untapped, so it's literally both lands as one type.
That's pretty badass. Alright. What up, Pogo Dad? How you doing? How you doing? Trying to keep things organized. Look at this one. I mean, I just like the artwork, but stuff's pretty sweet. I gotta learn how to play. I gotta sit down and learn how to play again. And I almost went last night.
Really?
Yeah, I thought about it.
There was a lot of people there.
I definitely thought about it, and then I thought about how many people were going to be there, and I was like, you know what, I'm not doing this.
So this is one of the main things Red has as a problem in his deck is that it doesn't have a way to card draw.
Okay.
And that one says sacrifice X lands, draw X cards, and then put any number of lands on the battlefield equal to the number of cards you sacrificed. So it can potentially, if you're getting flooded in your red deck, you can sacrifice a whole bunch of lands, draw a whole bunch of cards, have a whole bunch of action back to be able to start playing again. Which is, like I said, one of the weakest things that you have in your mono red deck.
There we go. Alright. A lot more mechanics now. Dude, Tom, you got to come down and play some Magic with us. He lives, Gyarados Street lives just outside Elizabeth City, if I can remember correctly, in terms of exact Outer Banks-ish area there. But
sorry, I'm getting to preview the cards as I flip them, do the 3-card trick for him, and
it's cool.
So this
did you just make did you just make a face?
Because got a good pull.
Right. So. I know that most of you that watch us watch for the what are the rarities? So the rarities are common, uncommon, rare, and then there's mythic, which has the M on the bottom. I'll point it out when you get there, But
So you're going to see a mythic in a second when he gets to this pack.
and then you have the lands, which you get one of in each pack.
So that silver symbol right there shows that this is an uncommon.
And the U at the bottom.
Yes, and the U at the bottom.
And then you have each pack has these token cards. So it's either like a token that can be used. These ones are for the flip lands. And then you have like creature tokens and stuff like that. Here's another one of the flip ones. Mountain. Ooh.
And the mythic.
And then, so this is the mythic. It has the little kind of gold symbol right here. And it has the M at the bottom. So that's your rarities. And not every pack has a foil. So the foils will be put in like off spots. And it's just an extra card in the pack. So it doesn't take the place of the rare slot, but
so just to cover what he just showed, that's a planeswalker. If you don't play Magic, planeswalkers are like a second U. A person has to declare if they're attacking you or attacking the planeswalker, and then they have their own health, which is called loyalty, and they as they get dealt damage, they lose loyalty. And they have all kinds of abilities that cost loyalty that can either raise it or decrease it. So
who is Jace? Is that a new card? He says, "I want Jace."
Yeah, so Jace was originally printed back. It might have been in Zendikar, which was Jace the Mind Sculptor, which was the best one that was ever printed.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's been several Jaces as the time has gone on.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Chase, my son, was almost named Jace, but then Kathy found out that he was a Magic card, and I got denied.
No, you get an extra card. It's always going to have 15 cards in the pack. It's just if you get one of the foil cards, it replaces one of the commons, if I can remember correctly.
Correct.
So
there's always
like this one. Oh, it's a Mythic Hollow.
Yep.
That's pretty. I've never seen a Mythic Hollow before.
Yeah.
So this takes the place of the common, and then you still get your rare if you get the hollow. So the hollow doesn't replace the rare slot. I just taught Tim about the rarity initial at the bottom. So cool to learn something new.
Yeah, I never pay attention to that little bottom thing. I just go by the color of I look at that symbol because it also tells me what set it is. So I've never really even looked at the bottom to see. I don't keep track of if I have all the number cards or all that stuff because I don't collect that way. Again, I collect for playability, not for completion of sets or any stuff like that. So that's kind of funny.
Another Mythic Hollow,
Yeah.
full art. Holy crap! So out of both of those boxes that I opened, the Ikoria ones, I didn't get a single Mythic Hollow. And we got Shadow's Verdict. All right, this is pretty.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet.
I bet that's worth it. $1 or $2.
But yeah, I look at those the set to be able to sort by set, and that's all I really pay attention to. And then I pull out cards that look like they would be good and set them aside as cards I want to keep. So all the rest of it goes into bulk by set, and I never really pay attention to that little bottom corner.
So is weighing packs a problem with Magic like it is with Pokemon?
Honestly, until Pokemon, I had never even heard of weighing a pack. So I don't know if it's a thing.
I think a lot of it has to do with, like, that's why you get the lands and the tokens and stuff. Like, my guess is that it helps cut down on it. There's probably not.
The weight difference of a foil versus a non-foil is pretty negligible. I don't know if you could tell the difference if you were weighing it out in a thing, but maybe you can.
You might have to go to the third decimal place to be able to snag it.
Like in Pokemon, they're a full art hollow or full art.
Here's another one of those
shinies.
rares.
Yeah, so that's one of the good rares. No, that's just
it's not.
That's a regular rare. Yep. So that was a board wipe. That's also a land, which is where Mono White got its abilities to play all lands.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I like that. That's a full art.
So Tom's saying it's usually a hollow rare or a hollow mythic per box. Sometimes you get one of each or multiple hollow rares. Yeah, it's crazy that he's gotten 2 hollow mythics in this box. I mean, that's pretty sweet. There is the... Ooh, that one's pretty sweet in a hollow version. The hollows pop, though. Way better than the Pokemon ones do. Alright, so here's one. The swamp and the water one. I think it's the one you got earlier.
No, I think we got the plains.
The plains and the swamp?
Yeah, plains and swamp last time.
Alright. I think we're about 2/3 of the way done with the first one. Your chase card is Nissa Planeswalker.
You know, I really like the Nissa Planeswalker. She's the black-green version of Nissa. So this set rotated out the old Nissa, which was the 5-drop that made all your lands double mana and all that stuff. But the new Nissa is really sweet.
So what does it add any?
So that's colorless.
Uh-huh.
So there was a point in Eldrazi, the original Eldrazi set, that they came out with this new mana color.
So is that for these?
Which isn't really, well, yes and no. So it's a new mana color that's not a color. It's called colorless. And so if a spell has a color up at the top, it means you have to use white. But if it says it's red and one other of anything, you can use the colorless to cast that one other.
Gotcha.
There were certain spells in Eldrazi that required colorless, which required the triangle, which is why I said it became its own color, because then it became a thing that you had a requirement.
I learn something new every day. That's why I wanted to do this, because like I had told you that I can't really drop a bunch of money on this because, you know, Pokemon always just takes precedent with us. But like I want to learn, like if I got some cards here and there and I just want to mess around, like I'd like to be able to play and, you know, maybe play a little bit online to try and get back into it and whatnot, but just understanding what everything is good. Plus, like, there's a lot of people, I don't know how many people are watching right now, but there's a lot of people that like watching this for the artwork, I've been told.
Right.
And they want to continue to see Magic once a week with us. But it's just a matter of, I don't know anything. I do the research when I do the videos by myself about like what's what, like cost-wise, like what your chase cards are, but that's about it. Look at that guy.
Yeah,
Look at that guy. So I opened 12 packs of this set in pre-release and didn't have enough money for a booster box. Yeah, they're pretty pricey. What was the booster box price at your shop? Didn't even pull a mythic.
Yeah, in my pre-release box, I did not get a mythic. I got 2 rare
Wayward Guide Beast.
Zagdos, the new, he's black and red, and when he enters the battlefield, he has haste, death touch, and flying, and he gives all other creatures death touch, and he's just a rare, but I got 2 of them in my pre-release package, which made my deck pretty sweet.
Oh, 130 for a booster box. That's heavy, Pokey
Wow.
Lucky. Pokey, reach out to me. Send me an email. I'll see if I can track one down for cheaper for you, bud.
Yeah, our local gaming store, I want to say, I'm not positive, I want to say he's selling them for 100, but maybe 110. I'm not exactly sure.
We'll see what we can do for you, Pokey Lucky. JRV asks, hey, I love unboxing TCG, and my main game is Pokemon, so is mine. But I'm trying to expand my card game. I know nothing about Magic, but what set would you recommend a first-timer to open?
So it depends on... So
Ooh, there's
unlike
another Mythic, Ancient Greed Warden. All right, cool.
Unlike Pokemon, there are five different formats. So there's Standard, which is what we're currently opening, is the packs that are the last... Right now, it's the last 4 sets. Then that's a really good card.
What one is
it's just
this one?
Yeah, just an uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
But you sacrifice a land, go get 2 lands, put them on the battlefield.
Oh,
So you can ramp really heavy with it, and it's an instant, so you can cast it on their turn instead of your turn and do all kinds of stuff.
I like that.
So if you're going into Standard, you want to get into
Like core?
Ikoria is a really good set. This set is actually really hot. It's a really good set. You can, and the other set was Throne of Eldraine, which is a really good set.
You can tell with the artwork because they make like certain pieces of it pop in the hollows, like what ones you want to see.
Right. So that would be my recommendation. Is
Gyarados Freak asked a good question too. Asked him a good question of is he more of a collector or more of a player?
Yeah, so I'm going to always answer as a player because that's what I am. I hardly collect at all. I mean, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of Magic cards, but I don't consider me a collector. I consider me a player that just happens to have a lot of cards. So if you're a collector, I would start in what would be the best set? Depending on your money range, also.
I think Ikoria would be right. Like if you could get into like a collector's box of Ikoria with all the extra.
Yeah, or double masters. Those masters packs, those double masters packs are really good for a collector. But if you're a player, any of the base sets, M21 had some good cards, but honestly, it's not the hottest set.
That's Core 21, right?
Yeah,
Core 2021. Okay.
Yeah. It was a core set, so therefore it wasn't near as good as like these sets. I gotta stop looking and just flip the cards and not look.
No, just look. It's fun. Chrissy gets on me for cheating. I don't normally cheat, but there are times where I have a backdoor way of cheating when I'm doing this.
When you can also feel it.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, in Pokemon you can.
Oh, here you go. Here's another one of those rare doubles, but it's not.
Yeah.
So, hey Adam, the next set is Vikings. The next Magic set is Vikings.
Is that you're talking about Magic?
I like to collect since I don't play. I just love the art and unboxing in general. Then I would open. I mean, I opened 2 boxes of Ikoria. I liked it, but I wish I would have gotten the collector's ones to chase more of the Godzillas. But Double Masters is the way to go.
Double Masters or Ikoria is Ikoria collectors are by far the best artwork. Like if you're trying, like the Godzilla cards are sweet. Like for playability, there's some really good playability cards in Ikoria as well.
Here's another mythic.
But yeah, that's why I said I gotta stop looking because
you already saw it.
I flashed it. I flashed my eyes on it.
So. Yeah, the collector's boxes. If you can afford them, I mean, they're like $250 to $270. They're super expensive, but you did it again, Tim.
We got one of my chase cards.
Oh, nice. That's always good. I put it behind you, so we didn't have to go searching for it.
And then I went searching for it.
And then you went searching for it. All right. So, yeah. All right. You want to open the box topper?
Sure. You can open it.
Oh, I get to open a box topper.
Well, there's still one more pack too.
Oh crap!
Which has the.
Oh, his. Ooh. Yeah, JRV. Also, our email is in the description below. Hit me up by email. I'll get you. If you have Discord, hit the Discord link as well, and just DM me or send me emails. And if I can't get the answers, if it's a Magic question, ooh, there we go. Oh. Is this the one that you wanted?
Yeah, so that's the one that Chase got in his box, which is that one's a $20-something card. I do know that. So.
Yeah. But yeah, if you need questions answered, or you're looking for product, I gotta throw the Hydro Pump thing out there. So if you're looking for if you're looking for Pokemon product, definitely hit us up. We try and sell everything underneath MSRP, and that includes shipping. And then, be a bad boy. And then, and we'll answer any of the questions that you want. All right, so here is the box topper. Oh, crap, look at that thing. Oh, man.
So these are called Expedition cards. And so that came out in the original Zendikar. And you can see it's a land that can be used as a black or a blue, and then it can also turn into, it's called a man land, so it can turn into a creature as an attacker as well.
That's pretty awesome.
There's the next box topper. I'll set you up with one and.
But yeah, man, if you need anything Pokemon TCG related products, let us know. And then if you just have questions about like what's going on and where to find things, if we can't find it for you, it's a non-foil. No, it was a foil, right?
Yeah, the box toppers are all.
The
foil.
box toppers are all foils, so this one is a foil. But it's a weird foil because the foil is only around the border. So if you can see the flash in the corners, that's the only foiling is in the bordering.
And they're all full art, I think. I'm not 100% positive on that. But
I'll show the other side of that one. I need cheaper. Well, I can always try and find you cheaper. I'm pretty good at that. I mean, you can X. I'll definitely come back and contact you if you have any more. Yeah, absolutely. We try and do a video a day, so it's not always. We do Magic once a week. We do sports cards once a week. Lotus Cobra, that one's new. That one's pretty cool.
That's one of the chase cards too.
So, okay.
Lotus Cobra is going to be the set's super card.
Go away.
Oh. I think Lotus Cobra is going to be one of the hottest playable cards in the set.
But yeah, sports cards on Thursday. We do Magic once a week, and then the rest of it's all Pokemon. So come on back. We do a podcast every 2 weeks or so on Sundays. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on around here in terms of TCG.
And there's one of the hottest cards in the set.
That's pretty cool.
So when he enters the battlefield, he refills your hand for his card, so he self-refills. Then he has a landfall that you get you gain 4 life when you play your first land, you gain 4 mana when you play your second land, and then you deal 4 damage to each opponent for the third land. So it can be really overwhelming quickly. And if you use it with the Lotus Cobra that he just got, the Full Art Lotus Cobra, which is a really good card, whenever a land enters the battlefield, you add 1 mana of any color. So he's only green and 1 other. So with Omnath, you can get your 4th color that you need just by playing a land of any color on turn 3, and then you hit 4 colors and you're there. So it's really cool.
Hey, Glitch, man, no hurry. No hurry at all. I just appreciate that you're doing that for everybody. Oh,
and here's
baller status. Look at that thing.
So this is the full art version of the dual lands. So this is a blue-black again. So we got this one already.
Is this in a foil too?
I don't know if it's in a foil. It might be.
Damn.
But yeah,
that's all I can say.
That's the full art version, which looks really sweet. I love the full art versions of these lands.
So this is why I'm going to get hooked on this. This is just legit just the art. It's just... Oh, boy.
I haven't seen, but I might not have been fully paying attention. But I haven't seen any of the new... So there was a card back in the day called...
I knew Tom was going to like that card.
There was a card called Tarmogoyf back in the day, which was 1 green and 1 other. And he got a +1/+1 for every card type in the graveyards. And there's a new guy called Vampire Scavenger.
Whoa. Hold on, I screwed up. That's a rare. I should have to organize.
And the or Nighthawk Scavenger. I'm sorry, Nighthawk Scavenger. And Nighthawk Scavenger does the same ability as Tarmogoyf, but he only checks the opponent's library. Or graveyard, I mean.
Hey, thank you, JRV, for that super chat, man. Much appreciated. And anytime, reach out to us, dude. That's what we're here for. We don't just open cards. We try and help people with everything that we can. So, thanks for that, bud. Oh!
There's the foil
So,
art foil.
What was the... Theros lands were like this as well? Like, they had the really cool full art...
Yeah,
HoloLands.
So Zendikar's big thing when it first came out 10 years ago or whatever it was when Zendikar first came out was that they came out with the first ones that came out with full art lands. Mm-hmm. So everybody wanted the full art lands just to have full art lands. Now they've had several packs that have come out with full art lands since then. But with this new set, that's all of the basics that you get are all full art. There is no non-full art basic in this set.
That's cool. How many illustrators that Magic uses? It's so many.
If you look in the bottom right, which is really hard, or
The
bottom left,
yeah.
it tells you the artist. I'm pointing at the screen, and there's one of the chase cards.
Oh, that's the one that he wanted, right?
Yep,
the Nissa.
There's the Nissa.
He's gonna be like,
I actually have a few signed cards that I just got PSA graded by Adam here. One of them was my Library of Alexandria, which is one of the original Power 9 cards that was signed by the artist in Italy. And came back with a good rating on the signature. Card came back as a 6, I think.
Yeah.
But the signature came back as a 9, and pretty happy with it.
It was an awesome card. I hadn't even seen one of those things since I was younger. So I did start my TCG days with Magic. This is how it all started. I started with Revised when I was in 4th or 5th grade. I know you were.
I told my wife I would do this, and I forgot for a second. But so my wife is the one who makes the cups for Adam here to give away when he does his giveaways of cups. And this is her Magic the Gathering one. I can't show the bottom very easily.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
But it glows in the dark, and I take it to the gaming store with me when I'm playing Magic. So
Pokey Lucky, let me I'll get you an answer. Shoot me an email with that question, and I'm actually headed up to the card shop later today, and I'll get that answer for you, bud. I'm sure that they can get you one, and we'll get it. I think the MSRP on those things is like $270 though. My guess is it would. I don't know. I don't want to throw a price out there to what I think I can get it for you for, but I know MSRP is like $270. Right? Something like that, 250, 270, somewhere
I think
in that
so,
realm.
yeah. The collector boxes are, I think, 250 maybe.
Ethan keeps coming and going. Look at this guy! I don't think I've seen this one yet. Look at that cute little...
Hey, buddy.
Right. Oh, sweet. This is a double-sided one, too, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty cool. And we've got another one of them things.
Yeah, you get some repeats. There's definitely repeats.
I had 3 of the same rare in one of the Ikoria boxes. I was like, what is this? Why couldn't it be the Shark? If it was 3 of the Sharknadoes, right. I would have been happy, right? Because those things sell halfway decent. But it was definitely not one of those. Here's the other side of that one. All right. Well, let me know what you guys think of our Magic the Gathering openings. I got the full art Mothra and an unopened Japanese promo pack.
Nice. And that's the other cool thing to Magic versus Pokemon is that the Japanese cards, the Italian cards, if it has the right art on it, it is a legal playable card in Standard. You don't have to be able to read the words to be able to play it. You just have to have the right card.
Sudon, thanks a ton for that, bud. Hashtag Stunfisk Army for life. I am actually compiling as many of them as I can find in our collection at the moment to send out to you. And yeah, Pokey Lucky hit me up on IG. That works as well. So we can work something out. Just remind me, and then when I go up to the shop today, I'll ask him what he can get them at, and we'll work that out. I wish that we could order it, but you cannot order Magic the Gathering products unless you have an actual brick and mortar store. So this is cool. I'm having a good time. The art is absolutely fantastic, though. A lot of these, just the nerd in me would want print quality of these to just hang up. Just the picture of it would be really cool. I remember back in the day they used to sell a lot of them. You could go to gaming shows and they would actually put the these on canvas as prints. They were really cool.
And over at Anime they have quite a few of the banners that they have hanging of the different arts as well. So that's
Scoot Swarm.
So he's really cool. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, he creates a 1/1. If you have 6 or more lands, he creates a 1/1 creates a copy of himself. So then he ends up creating copies and copies and copies and copies of himself because there's 2 of the Scoot Swarms out when a land enters, and then 2 more get created, which
That's
then
cool.
makes 4, and then if 2 more lands enter, it just goes crazy.
Yes, next year, absolutely, Tom. I'm gonna have you come down and work alongside Tim here. It's been Tim's dream forever to have his own card shop, and if it wasn't for Tim, I don't think I'd even get to where I am right now in terms of trying to get this thing, battling to try and get this thing open. Ooh, that thing's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's another one of the colorless
Yep.
ones.
I like the color. We've seen this one before, but it's pretty cool. So what do you guys think of us doing Magic openings? Is it detracting from the Pokemon prowess that we have, or do you guys find it pretty cool that we're branching out just a little bit? Our good friend Golden War Turtle, they do the DBS stuff, and I'm not really into that too much, but like I really do, at least from a pure artwork standpoint, like opening these a lot. There's another one of those guys.
Another one of those, yeah.
So is this something that we should keep up? Should I bring Tim back from time to time to talk about like the actual MTG portion of stuff? Because I couldn't even tell you right now. I mean, I can talk about Pokemon playability all day, but this stuff, not so much. My stomach is finally feeling better from eating all those donuts. Oh, look at this one.
Yep, there's another one of the mythic rare lands. So it comes into play untapped
damn.
if you pay 3 life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's blue, and its sorcery ability is actually really good too. So draw cards equal number of cards in your hand plus 1. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game.
Oh,
so
because 7, right? You have to draw down to 7.
At the end of each turn, if you have more than 7 cards in your hand, you have to go down to 7 and discard all the rest. Unlike Pokemon, where your hand size is irrelevant. And
that's a huge mana cost, so it's 7.
It is, but if you're playing blue-white control, you're playing for the late game anyway. Mm-hmm. So you're getting to turn 7, 10, 12, whatever, and theoretically not missing land drops, so you can actually crank it out.
Yeah, Gyarados, absolutely. Actually, Adam and I were talking about doing maybe opening, because he's just a huge Final Fantasy nerd, but us opening Final Fantasy from time to time. Just as something different, if we can get it. But I'll definitely keep this going. I may not be able to really talk too much about it moving forward, but I'm going to, we got the Magic Master over here, learn a little bit, and I'll be able to kind of talk through the cards like I do when I do my individual Pokemon openings. But when I've got the kids, it's impossible to talk about that stuff. Wow! But yeah, the artwork is where this stuff is at. I mean, come on now. Yeah. Relic of Vile.
Yeah, there's some amazing artists that they get for these cards.
Did you pull Blue Eyes White? I've never opened Yu-Gi-Oh cards in my life. It's just never a thing for me. So back in the day when I first started up with playing the games, I know I've said it before, but those of you that are new, I started with Magic around Revise, and I played from Revise to Ice Age-ish. And then the Decipher card games for Star Trek and Star Wars came out, and I played those religiously. And then Pokemon came out. I started playing Pokemon, but I was really... Can you imagine story time with Magic cards? Yeah. Y'all are jerks. But yeah, I played a lot of Star Trek and Star Wars, and then there was an MLB game that came out for a while that was pretty good. What's that?
Kathy.
Oh, that's you. Why are you talking? You're sitting right next to me. I know she logged in as you. I'm just being a jerk. One of my favorite people. I'm not here to do garbage runs with me, which is what he'd be doing if he were home. This is obviously not Tim. Kathy, we appreciate you. We have to go to the dump?
Yeah.
How much stuff do you have? Where are you going to put it?
What do we have a van for? I actually have a trailer too.
Okay, I was going to say, I've got a truck. I feel like my store I got hates me because I bought 2 pre-release boxes and only one of the 2 online codes work. That's weird.
Wow, I've never heard of that. Like,
Oh.
I know that
Sounds cool.
ton of code sniping occurs in Pokemon. I've not seen it as much in Magic, but I can't say that it doesn't happen because I don't do an online channel to open them. But I've never heard of a card not working. I've opened hundreds of online arena. The one thing I do hate that Pokemon does right and Magic doesn't is every Magic pack doesn't come with an arena code. So I wish that it did. Like
I would buy more because I could easily get into playing online more. Another one of them guys.
Yep.
I'm curious to see. We got to look up some of these pricing.
Yep.
Just curious on some of these. But yeah, going back, like we started the channel because the kids, or at least Addison and I, would watch, Real Breaking Nate and stuff together, and she was like, "Oh, Dad, we should try that," because they always wanted to do their own YouTube thing, and that's why we happened, and so that's why Pokemon got so big. But as we continue to grow and grow the hydro pump business and stuff, it's cool to just kind of branch out and try a couple new things from time to time. And this is nostalgic to me. I mean,
that's a flip line,
is it? Oh, I think we. But when I was Addison's age when I started playing Magic, I was in 4th grade, and so that's what almost 30 years ago. So it's super nostalgic to me to kind of come back and see some of these cards. I wish that I could afford some of the older stuff to open, like when I was a kid. Maybe one of these days, if all goes well, that that's something that can happen. Oh, that was badass. All right. Ooh, that one's cool too.
Yep, got a mythic and a rare holo.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah, to make me feel older, he just did right there.
Adam, you would love Arena. Yeah, I think I'm going to get into Arena. I was talking to Christy, like things are going to get shook up a lot here come June of next year because I've got 2 shift jobs. And so I think Arena would be good because I might start back streaming Pokemon, and I'll do it on Twitch. But if I have to be gone a couple days a week from the house, I might end up, like, that'll be my evenings. I'll stream Arena one night and maybe stream Magic the other nights and stuff like that, just to try and keep myself busy. I don't go stir crazy not having anybody around. And then hopefully COVID's gone and I can find, some card shops where I'm at and hang out and play and do all that kind of jazzy stuff. Well, that one's pretty sweet. I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, my favorite one in Ikoria is the shark.
Yeah, the Sharknado shark.
That thing's like $5.
Yeah.
The token's like $5.
The token's worth a lot, yeah.
Holy crap. But no, these are really cool. It's just fun to see this stuff again and kind of get back into it. Because that's why we do it. We'd probably beaten the horse to death, like, because all of us talk about it. Like, most of what makes this fun is A, the family time, B, time with friends, because from time to time, this is the second time we've had, a guest on the channel like this. And
so I'm going to talk about this card for a second.
Okay. And then I'll let him get into this, but then it's like that nostalgic factor as well. But Tim's got some crazy cool stuff to talk about. This burning.
So this card was really cool for me. I enjoy playing Mono Red. They give me a hard time that Grandpa likes Mono Red at the gaming store, but it deals 1 damage to each player at their upkeep, and whenever they cast a spell for no mana, it deals 5 damage to them. And you can spend 1 red mana, and they can't gain life this turn. So one of the biggest downfalls to Mono Red is that if they start gaining life, you just can't do enough to kill them. And you can turn off their life gain, which is really, really nice in that one.
I need to see that in the holo.
That's a full art.
I need to see that in the holo.
Right there. And normally, if you're playing the Mono Red aggro deck, you don't care about losing a few life on your upkeep because you're doing more than they can deal.
Just hundreds of thousands could probably figure out a deal trade with you for some. That's what her and I did. Excellent condition to boot. All right, I'll look into it just so I can show some of the older cards. I do talk to her quite a bit, and she seems to win every single one of my giveaways. So,
who's that?
Trinity. She started with Ice Age, if I can remember correctly. That's what we had the discussion the other day, or she commented on one of our videos. But she's cool. Really down to earth. Has tons of old Pokemon and Magic cards. So
Oh, but to talk about how he made me feel old, because I started in Revised as well. Maybe slightly after Revised is when I actually started playing. And I was 21, 22. 22 when I started. So, yeah, I'm a few years older, I guess.
can I get anything? Do you think I have some Star Wars old classic TCG cards like Boba Fett, Darth Vader, and Jabba the Hutt? Yeah, those cards were cool, and it wasn't until like they did like the re-releases of the original movies that they started putting the foil cards in, but they were cool. I liked the game was really good too. The Star Trek one was awesome as well. That one's cool.
That is cool. That's the party one, right? I think he says party on it. If you have a full party, it does something extra.
At the beginning of combat, on your turn, if you have a full party, choose target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Until your next turn, it can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and there's a whole full party combo thing that goes off that's really nice. There's a Jeskai full party deck that's kind of neat.
Pick up chicken food on your way. You're getting tasked. You're getting the honey-do list live. I love this. From yourself, nonetheless.
Yeah, it's not even from my wife.
She didn't even log in on her account. She just straight up was like, yo, Timmy boy, pick up this stuff on the way home. I'm going to be in so much trouble with her now. Ooh!
Yeah, there's a full art.
That's awesome. Well, I guess you're not going to get a hollow mythic in this box now. But you get a mythic behind it.
Yeah.
You got one of these earlier, right?
I don't think so. Did we? I don't know.
May have in the first box.
May have. Been a little bit now.
Been a lot of packs.
Yeah, we're down to 5 packs left.
And a box topper.
Do
they don't sell. I've looked at it and they don't. I don't have a whole lot left. You left a rare on top that time.
Oh.
Thieving Skydive.
Oh, it must have a foil as well then. Because it's 4 cards if you have a foil and 3 cards if you have a non-foil. Which is why I have to keep looking at them.
That's why I said you just look at him. Gyarados Freak was like, whoa. I knew he'd like the art on that one too. He's big into the art.
Yeah, there's some good art. I do love the art.
He said that Shy is good. Yeah, there we go. The third hollow rare in this box.
So that's why I didn't notice, because it was a rare and it just didn't.
What's a box? So a box topper it comes with a pack that's a guaranteed foil or something, and it's only 1 card in here, but you have to buy the booster box to get it. So it comes in the top of the booster box.
And the box topper isn't necessarily from the set, and it's not even necessarily legal in standard. But it's a really cool card that you can get that's potentially worth a lot of money, depending on the one that you get.
So in Ikoria, every box topper was a foil Godzilla card.
Right.
And
so that's the card I got 2 of.
That's pretty sweet.
For my draft last night.
Did you play it?
Yeah.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I was playing Black-Red.
All right. I got a question. How many mythics do you get in a standard? What the heck is going on? Oh, okay. Do you get in a standard booster box versus a collection box? So booster box, you get 3 to 5, is what I've been told, and that's what I saw. But I have never opened. What is the collector's boxes? Is that the expensive ones?
Yeah, that's the expensive ones. Sorry, got a text message. Yeah, that's the expensive ones. I think it's the same 3 to 5 ratio on the mythic rares, but I'm not positive of that. I actually don't tend to buy the collector boosters because, again, I don't play for money. I play for playability. So there's the girl one. So that's the red green one.
Sounds cool.
How
long y'all streaming for? Probably be back around 4. We're almost done.
Yeah, we have 3 packs left here.
3 pack. We'll probably be done within that 10 minutes. We were planning on opening a case, but we didn't get the whole thing. Tim didn't get the whole thing up front, and so there'll probably be more later. Maybe next Saturday. After he gets it all. Because it's cool. I think people are learning a lot from this and having fun and hanging out. And I don't think I have birthday parties to get kids to next weekend. Christy does have to work again, though. That's nuts. Do the flippy card thing. I was tripping this morning because one of the other guys, Scipio, the cardboard gambler, he was opening these, and I was like, well, what in the heck was up with like these flippy cards? That's badass, too.
That is cool. That's a cool one. I will say, doing this as a live thing where I'm talking about the cards versus just opening the packs to look for the cards that I'm looking for is actually making me appreciate the cards that are that I don't normally look at, because I normally don't even look at the art. I look at the name of it and then what it does, and
you can actually like take in what the cards are.
Right. It's making me actually appreciate the cards for what they are versus what they do.
That's awesome.
So there's a guy that says he becomes a copy of this. And
Ooh! He's cool.
He is cool. And so that's the token for the copy. All right. Well, that's all of the
regular packs.
All the regular packs.
All right. So we're going to get into this box topper, and then we are going to peace out for the day. I am going to go see what my kids are doing at... Where's the sharp thing? It's probably over here.
I set it down somewhere.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, there it is.
I got it open now. All right. Let's do this. Box topper
is... Oh, nice.
Ooh, Horizon Canopy. All right.
So that's... They called those pain lands. So every time you tap it for green or white, you take pain. So you pay 1 life. And you can sacrifice it to draw a card, which is really cool. Yeah, that's a good card too.
That's pretty cool. You call it pay lands?
Pain.
Pain?
Pain lands, because you take life every time you use it.
Got it. That's pretty cool. Put that in the old sleevey sleeve. So that was 2 booster boxes of the new Zendikar Rising. It releases on Friday, correct?
Yes.
Releases this Friday, the same day as Champions Path. So that's why a lot of people have been like, oh, I don't know, like about like if I'm gonna get it or like what allocations and stuff are. Is because like all the distributors have been ramping up for this huge set, as well as Champions, the initial releasing of Champions Path. So that's why a lot of numbers were late, both for this and for CP. So there will not be a podcast tomorrow, but Monday, Christy and I are going to open something that is, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but a lot of you are probably going to be like, why the heck did you open that? But it's because there's a small rip in the box that doesn't leave it mint. And so Christy and I are going to bust into that and see what happens. All I can say is it's worth about $300 to $350 now. And we're just going to open it because there's a rip in it. It's not worth that with the rip. So that's what we have coming up this week. More Ikoria, more... I think we're doing baseball on Thursday. Christy bought me some baseball cards. I wanted to open it, so I did it on camera last night. But that's what we have coming up, and it should be fun. And yeah, stay tuned for more Magic. If Mr. Weaver over here wants to stop by again and open Magic Live next Saturday, maybe we'll do Magic Live again, because I had a lot of fun doing this. I learned a lot more about Magic than I did before. And I am not opening Ryan's eggs with Addison, with Bailey. There's no way that I'm like somebody's gonna have to do something crazy to get me to open Ryan's eggs with her. It is a Hidden Fates ETB. You're right. I was going through the ETBs behind me, and I saw that one had a crack in the cellophane, and so if it's got a crack in the cellophane, it's not worth what it's not worth anything really, except for what the packs are inside. So we're gonna open it, and we're gonna have fun. Because we haven't opened one of those in almost a year. But yeah, thank you, Tim, for supplying the boxes. Thank you, Anime Gaming, for the boxes as well. and letting Tim take those home with him. And letting us open them here today, and so hopefully next week we can have you back if Kathy allows it.
Yeah, assuming
And
my honeydew list doesn't go all the way until next week.
but until next time, everybody, happy pack busting, and